are you? Today, I brought you a really wonderful recipe for lunch or dinner for those of you who want to lose weight, for those on a low-carb diet, for those on a ketogenic diet, or for anyone who wants to control their carb intake, sometimes for health reasons, right? To control your blood sugar. Or if you just want a healthier lifestyle, you're going to love this delicious protein-packed dish, extremely low in carbs, almost zero carbs, super flavorful, wonderful, and creamy. You're going to love it, so stick around until the end. You won't want to miss this. Before we start, I want to ask you if you'd like to lose weight, and if so, how much? Write it for me down below in the comments. I'd love to see your comment. If you want to check the ingredients and everything else, take a look at the description. I'll list them all there. I'm already turning on the skillet here to add my olive oil. And in the olive oil, I'm going to saute my onion, which will be our first ingredient. Remember that onion is a very interesting food. It's low in net carbs, it's a natural prebiotic, and it's high in soluble fiber, so it's really great. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to the onion now, which will help draw out the liquid from the onion and make it brown more quickly, so that the onion gets nice and golden, kind of caramelized. When we use that term, people get scared and say, oh my God, caramel sugar. It has nothing to do with that. It's just to get it golden, right? With that nice sauteed look. So I'm going to wait for that to happen, and as soon as it's at that point, I'll be right back. Now that the onion is nice and soft, I'm going to add the red bell pepper. Remember, it's one of the vegetables with the most vitamin C, really. People are always surprised by vitamin C. They always associate it with citrus fruits, right? With oranges, with lemons. Of course they have it, but bell peppers are also an excellent source of vitamin C, super healthy. Especially if you live with diabetes, right? It's really important to consume more antioxidants to prevent damage from free radicals. But really, with any type of chronic disease, right? It's important for us to take this care. Bell pepper works really well, and it's also very low in carbs. I'm going to add a bit of black pepper here. And a little more paprika, because I want it to be really red. So now I'm going to add my chicken breast, which I've already cut into pieces, so it cooks more easily. So I'm going to give it a stir here and wait for it to get golden before adding the next ingredient. So just wait a little bit because chicken obviously takes a bit more time. Remember that chicken is a high quality protein with high biological value, and it's lean. It's a good option if you want to control your weight. I even have a video here talking about what is the best low carb diet. Because a lot of people who start doing the low carb diet sometimes go overboard with processed proteins and fats. So if you want more tips, I'll leave this video down here in the description. And also, if you want more tips about weight loss to help you control your blood sugar, inflammation, gut health, check out my playlist here on the channel. I have lots of videos, so many recipes, low carb, low calorie, quick, easy, and delicious. I know you're going to love them. I'll leave the link for them down here. Now that the chicken is golden, I'm going to add the cauliflower. This cauliflower is raw. Remember, it's a very interesting vegetable if you're on a low carb or ketogenic diet because it has a lot of volume and very few net carbs, lots of fiber, and plenty of antioxidants. So I'm going to add a splash of water here, and look how cool. I'm going to cover it so it can cook. It will wilt, and I'll stir it little by little because for now, it's not even worth stirring yet. So as it gets softer, I'll start mixing it because there's still one more ingredient to add to make this really creamy. So hold on a second. Look, everything is already well cooked here. The cauliflower, the chicken, and now I'm going to add a bit of ricotta, fresh ricotta. Remember that I have a video here on the channel teaching how to make white cheese? If you want to use that recipe, it works too. So now I'm going to mix this in to make it really creamy, and then I'm going to add a little more cheese here and a bit of green onion for us to finish it off. So now I'll put the cheese on top here. Just a reminder, this part is optional, right? If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I think it'll give it a special touch. And I'll add a bit of green onion too, because I think it goes really well with chicken. Tell me if you like green onion, cilantro, parsley. Do you have the habit of adding some greens like this to your food too? The smell is so good. Now I'm just going to cover it a bit to melt the cheese. And this is going to be my lunch. What are you having for lunch today? Have you had lunch? Look, just a few minutes and what a delicious meal. Now I'm going to serve it. Remember, this is already a complete meal, but if you want to eat it with some chickpeas, lentils, if you're not on a low carb diet, that's totally fine. Tell me, would you eat it just like this or would you add something? I'd love to see your comment. Remember to like the video because that really helps me here on the channel and to share it with anyone you think might enjoy it. Let's work together to spread this chain of kindness. That's what I want here with the channel. Now let's try it. Honestly, this combination of chicken, cauliflower, and red bell pepper, plus that rich and creamy ricotta cheese, is just amazing. Just make it. I'm sure you're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.